what you look like. You good?
Yeah.
The people hop on already. Now, what you should do, if you don't mind, is to go on your phone and go to your Facebook page. And
I don't have it.
You don't have it on there?
On that phone.
Oh no! Did you tell them to look at it on Raw Ankle?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I sent the fire on.
They'll be fine. Yep. I'm gonna wait until we get at least 10 people on and we can roll. It's all about time. Hey you guys, thank you for joining. We're gonna be starting momentarily. Yep. Yeah, it's weird. This year, people was just saying, about the Valentine situation. I was like, I forgot all about it.
Yeah. Just let you know, we long for our other self. It's just things to remind ourselves.
Yeah. All right, we 5 people in. All right, we're going to get this thing started. All right, you guys, I want to thank you all for joining me for another episode of Let's Talk with Ro. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Look, I see some single folk out here because we ain't got nothing to do but get on Facebook. Tonight we have a very special guest. I know a lot of people have been inboxing me about this show, The New Black Man, and you're in for a treat. Tonight we have one of my, oh my goodness, favorite people. Mark, I thank you so much for coming on tonight. I know you are such a busy man.
Yes.
Just give us a little teeny bit of information about yourself, Mark.
Wow. I'm from New York. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I've been in Maryland now for about a year. I've been mostly around the whole country. Stayed in Midwest, all the way back, east. I don't know what else. How do I say? I'm self-taught. I ain't gonna say self-taught. I'll say that I'm taught by the Supreme Being. Keeping it 100 with you, and that's why this thought that I'm sharing with you today is new, and it's coming from God Himself. So I'm still a student. I'm still learning. I'm in the process of growing from wrong, or making a transition from wrong to right in my thinking, and that's where I'm at.
Okay. Well, tonight, you guys, we're talking about the new black man, and a lot of people want to know what exactly is the new black man. I had a lot of females inboxing me, and they were saying things like, what is a new black man? So in their mind, women are automatically thinking it's a new man. They're not on the same, a lot of people aren't on the same process, the thought process that you are on. So what is the new black man? Where did you get this term from?
Well, this term comes from God Himself. It started with the messenger of God.
Make sure you speak up for me, Mark.
It comes from from God Himself, and the new black man represents the knowledge and wisdom, or the new thought that has been given to us by God, that causes us to rise up from the dead, ignorant state that we have been in. In the Bible, it talks about us being dead like a carcass, being 3 days, he's dead and stinking, you know. So the new comes from a thought pattern that wakes us up.
So question, when you say the new black man and this thought has kind of been an awakening for black men,
Right.
what do you feel like black men are thinking like that are not woke?
Well, they're thinking like the enemy. They're thinking like the Caucasian, who's against their very nature. Everything that he does or they're thinking is taught by them, a foster parent, a liar. You know, that's why you can see black men, you know, killing each other over a color. He's got blue. He's a Crip. He's blood. You know what I'm saying? That type of thought pattern is given to them, unconsciously.
Right, and a lot of men, we got tread so lightly. Okay, so we're gonna do this. A lot of women want to know, when you are approached by a man or you are dating a man,
Right.
what is a sign that this man is ready to lead you? What are things that women should look for?
They can look for someone who can, you know, help them in their thinking. You know, help them, you know, quell thoughts that they might not have that's not, you know, conducive to nature and life. You know what I'm saying? Not conducive to them very selves. And, you know, it's hard to do that because there's not a lot of new black men out here. A lot of them haven't accepted the teachings or the intelligence that God has given us or is sharing with us.
So we want specifics. When you see a man or you have a conversation with a man,
Right.
can you tell if he has accepted this new way of thinking by having conversation with him?
Well, yes. And the only way you can do that if you yourself has adopted it. Like, you know, it's like, it's shared that 95% of the planet has been duped into this.
Make sure you speak up.
Yeah, 95% of the planet has been duped into this other thought pattern. So it'd be hard for them to detect or to know that this is the one who has accepted that thought pattern if they themselves have no knowledge of it.
Okay, so I still want to be more specific. So you have adopted this new thought process.
Yes, ma'am.
So what changed in you once you accepted this new way of thought? What did you see change about you? What were you doing before and what were you doing after?
You know, a lot of the physical stuff, you know, you stop, you know, doing a lot of things. However, the main thing is, you know, it's hard to really, it's the intangible things that you have, you know, that you adopt or you start to notice. You start to feel, you know, it's like your back is straight. You know, you're not feeling like a second-class citizen no more. You're not feeling like an inferior being. You know, you really get to see yourself for who you are, and it's very powerful. It's so powerful that, you know what I'm saying, it takes fear from it. It does so much untangible things that it's almost hard to like share it all because they're things that's not really seen or not really recognized by the naked eye. It's like this, right? I was listening to the other day, Shahara Azad Ali, right? She was speaking to another sister. So the sister was like, well, you know, what you think about the woman who, you know, has got her job, she's raising her children, that's successful. And she's saying, you know, really in essence, you know, we have to move the yardstick for success. Really, that type of demeanor and that type of thinking really just, you know, tells you how to get a job. She went to school. She's a PhD, but she don't got no man. But she's saying she's successful, but that success doesn't translate to the child as having emotional stability.
Okay, so when you are dating a woman, okay,
Right.
if she is successful, she has a PhD, she's making great money, she's sweet, what would be missing right there for you? Like for you, what do you like in a woman?
She has to be submissive to my thinking. I don't care what she has. At the end of the day, it'll just cause conflict. It'll be war between me and her. Because in her thinking, she's already at a plateau. It's like I really couldn't take her no further. She's got a job. She's with IBM. She's she's Miss director of the world renowned IBM tech department. You know what I'm saying? So if she can't, what we have to understand is that God has come in, as it's shared in the Bible, to destroy a people and to save a people. That don't got nothing to do with how much money you got. That don't got nothing to do with how pretty you is. That don't got nothing to do with, your bank account or anything. It has to do with you having to submit to another world, so to say, coming into play here.
Okay, and ladies, when you say submit,
I know that's like a dirty word, boy.
but I'm gonna tell you, submission, it depends.
Yeah.
Women shouldn't be afraid of the word submission. I don't think it's anything wrong with that. But what does that look like? A woman submitting to the way you think. Like, what does that mean?
All right. For instance, the black man has his own cosmology. He got his story on how he came to be. He has his theology on the science of life. It don't got nothing to do with the Bible or, what this Caucasian has shared. It's a whole different, like these books I got up here, Theology of Time, Message to the Black Man. The whole theology is different. He's a independent man. So she has to relate to that type of thought pattern.
When you say that a black man, so I want to know, I want to know a little bit of the foundational things that you have learned about a black man. What are some things that you know about a black man that you feel like if all black men knew that, it would make them sit up straighter?
All right. For instance, the question is asked to the black man, who are you? And I do this a lot to, like, when I'm out, doing my business, I ask, the brothers, I say, who are you? Some of them be like, oh, I'm a child of God, or, I'm the barber of Ken, or, I'm, they'll say their name, Clarence, Idris, or Bobby, or whatever, right? This type of non-cohesiveness with us, meaning that you could say this, he could say that, and that one could say that, that's division on the spiritual level, the real binding, the real glue that keeps us together. Physical, that's not, that's not where it's at. That's not what keeps us together. It's in the mental and the spiritual. So if they can't answer that correctly, which is, we're the makers, we're the owners, we're the cream of this earth, we're the gods of the universe. That's what we are. By nature, you can't take that from us. There's nobody else to replace us. There's nobody else, to do that. But that is a teaching that's to us from God. And if you don't have that, that's that type of, that's what say, hey, you ain't being proud or anything. You're just who you are, and it makes you, it makes you stand on your own 2 feet, and it gives you the stability to go and do something for yourself. So that so now when I see a black man, it's like, that's my brother. I don't care what color he got on. The color is who he is by nature. That makes me already concerned for his safety. Other than trying to have some type of animosity towards him or anything. So that's what it does. It is a binding agent for our people. And that's very important because that's what gives us the real unity.
So, question: when you speak of these things, the black man is automatically the cream of the crop,
That's right.
leader,
That's right.
owner.
Right.
And when it comes to that, do you feel like, what age do you think that should start being instilled in the young black men? And also, how does that work with instilling knowledge into the younger girls?
Well, all that should be taught from the womb. They still in the womb. That goes to the woman first. She's our first teacher. She teaches the man. She teaches the baby. She teaches all of us first. She's the first nurse. She's the first teacher. She's the first, comforter to us all.
Well, a lot of people feel like women shouldn't teach.
Well, that's because they're thinking from another thought pattern. The man teaches the woman. She teaches the babies.
Okay, I'm sorry.
There's a hierarchy. You got God, the black man, the black woman, the babies. We submit to God, she submits to us, and the babies submit to her.
Okay, now, what is a sign that a woman is in a position where she shouldn't submit to that leadership? If this man doesn't know who he is, do you think that a woman should still submit to him if he doesn't have it in him to teach her?
Well, she has to understand, she has to know that he is her, I don't want to say, but he is her protector, her provider. You know what I'm saying? So, the black man is making a transition from ignorance and death to, becoming himself. So the black woman, she's like a lot quicker than he is. She can get things much faster than him. Not saying that she's more wiser, but she's more smarter. She's faster. I'll be doing it, then the one be like, "Hey, do it this way." You're like, "Oh yeah, thank you." You know what I'm saying? She's quicker.
Do you think that a man should use a woman's ideas when she's telling him things?
A man should use whatever is right. I don't care if it comes from a dog. We are to accept truth coming from wherever it comes from. And if our wife share with us, if our women share with us, we are duty bound to accept that.
Okay. Now, I'm looking at the foundation for a household, right? So what are the main things that should be going on in a functional household with the black man, the woman, and the children?
A lot of love. It's not spooky. We're not like the black man is, he's the most lovable creature in the
What
universe.
does that? I want specifics though. You can say love. What is love? Is that spending time? Is that teaching? What does that look like? Should he be hands-on in the household? Should he be separated? I mean, what does that look like?
Yeah, he should be hands-on. He's the protector. He's the energy that makes everything what it is. Being in this new or this old thought, should I say, it is, that's the first thing they did was break up the family. They broke us up. That's a horrible thing to do. But that's, he knows that was our, we could get through anything together. Me, the woman, and the baby, like if we all on the same page, that's like the sun, moon, and stars. We bring, life to everything.
Why do you think it's so hard for people to be on one accord? And I mean, it just seems like it's so much divination in the households now. The man is over there, the woman's over here, or everybody is working. I mean, what does that look like?
Well, it's not many examples of it.
I know.
It's not many examples, however they are. And
what do you think about the idea that the man should be going out to make money and be away from the house all the time.
Well, that's not good. However, he got to do what he got to do to provide for his family. That's how to be understood. Now, that's why a system of people has to show some stability, so that, like, with me and my people, right, the ones who accepted this teaching, right, we all together. So even if I have to go out, work, whatever, it'd be another brother that's there or around that, can still help out with if I'm not physically there, that can help out with the spiritual, the mental, whatever takes place, that, someone's there to take the load, or make it where, the woman is not. The woman today is going out, she's working, she's doing things that's totally out of her nature to do.
Like what? Talk to me.
Like, I see women, the UPS woman. She's running around with a bunch of packages and stuff. She's, just doing things that, it's not what a woman should do. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that she can't, like, pick up a package, or something like that. But that's not her role in life. She's not to provide. Not saying that she can't, or not saying that it's not necessary at some time. However, by nature, she's to provide for her husband. That's it. She provides for him and her family. And a man can't be there changing diapers and stuff. Like, that's what he made you for. I'm not saying that that's dirty or not, but that's the life process. That keeps him free. He goes out and do what he thinks. He trusts his woman to be with his baby. He trusts her. He loves her. She takes care of the house. He comes home. You know how I would love to come home to a clean house like this? But you know what I'm saying? It would bring so much peace to my mind. It's like like I said, these things carry vibrations that are unseen when they're working, like they're supposed to.
Right. Now, see, things working like they're supposed to, I see a lot of times. What do you think about trust being broken?
Trust is something that has to be earned. It has to be earned.
I really have something with that. I'm not just going to start somebody off with trust. You have to earn my trust.
Yeah.
And once we get to a place where I see that you can't be trusted,
right,
I can't follow your lead.
Right. And like I said, it's hard. The black man is, operating other than himself. A woman are operating other than themselves. So a lot of us are looking at us operating other than self and judging us. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We know this ain't right. We know that ain't right. However, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of us have no other choice. Like, the black man, he's making a transition. This knowledge, this new is new. It just been here for, 80 years? It just got here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us has accepted it. A lot of us has took it as a fad, threw it to the side, didn't use it.
Right. How important do you think it is for a man to be able to pour into his woman spiritually?
That is the first thing that has to be, inserted. Like, like when you're making love, like, you know what I'm saying? The first thing is that has to be inserted first. Really, like I said, for that bond to take place. Like with us, we have like what we call it 90 days. Like, you don't even see it. You got to just talk on the phone. You know what I'm saying? You just get, 90 days. It's got updated to 45, but, they used to be like 90 days. Y'all don't even, you just talk. You know what I'm saying? And y'all just, express these thoughts in your head.
Man, do you know how many men hate talking to their woman? They do not have the desire to have that level of intimacy with them.
That's because, like, all of us is, operating outside of who we supposed to be operating as. It's like, it's a law, it's principles to this. You just can't be like, some women, and then it's like a food we be eating, be making us tough, we be eating a bunch of hormones and stuff. Turn out, women be like, yo, what up? You know what I'm saying? That should be the food. She just had a goddamn hormone chicken sandwich. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's an array of, but this is the war we're talking about. And people know this about us. They study us. They study us. They got think tanks on us. They know us better than we do.
Yep.
And everything they do is to make you other than yourself.
Okay, so a man should be able to pour into his family, you know.
His woman.
Right. I was trying to make it broad, but a man should be able to pour into his woman spiritually and say, this is what we believe.
Right. And
this is what we're going to do.
That's right.
Now, question. In the event, a lot of times now, women are more spiritually aware than the man.
Yeah.
And do you feel like it's his responsibility to want that, to get that knowledge?
Yes, it is. It's all our responsibility as a people. We are duty bound to get this knowledge. You know what I'm saying? It ain't, I mean, he's the you know, the front, you know, like he said, it says message to the black man. Because he's first. He comes and he, you know what I'm saying? Once he's doing like, once the black man really does, the woman, she ain't gonna have no choice to fall in line. Just like the white man, he just got everything set up. So just like you gotta fall in line. But once he get his, she'll automatically come back. She won't mess with that dude. It's like a glass of water. The messenger used to say, you put a dirty glass, if that's all you got, you're gonna drink it. But then you put that clean glass next to it, you're gonna get the clean glass.
You're gonna get the clean glass. And I feel like a lot of things aren't in order because the black man is not
in order.
He's not in order.
You're right. That's really what's
and it's really sad because a lot of black men they not praying. They listen. They not praying, and it's the worst thing when his woman, she could be getting, in agony, going through things. She's sitting in a corner, and all he want her to do is be quiet.
You know, it's funny because my cousin used to say this stuff, but you know, men, you know, we kind of like, you know, say a thing, it sets the law, you know. However, our women, you know, we're supposed to be one. It's not you and it's not me number one and you number two. It's me number one and you're with number one, not that you're number two. And us together makes one. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're a part of me. You're not like, you know, somebody else. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. It's like I'm with God. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like me. As soon as I say, you know, me, I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm exiling, you know, God. Like, this is me. So I have to operate, like I was saying, on them laws and principles of nature that keeps me safe. Same, you have to operate, not you, but the woman has to operate with the man. That keeps her safe. That keeps her mentally good. Now, you know, it's always a rocky thing in there. You know, there's always some things, you know what I'm saying? But the principle is that's it. And the children, they submit to you just like you submit to him. You ain't going to tell them nothing wrong, and he ain't going to tell you nothing wrong. They got to submit to you. That's why we made them like, you know what I'm saying? So
do you know how many men don't have anything to pour in? All they have is what they provide financially.
Right.
And it's like, do you feel like God just wants certain men to be spiritual?
He wants the black man to accept his own. He comes for his people. That's the black man. That's truly God's people. And he made for his man a woman. You know, just like he made for him us. We like spiritually women to God. Spiritually. That's who we are. We submit to that. We submit to God. We say, you know what I'm saying, jump, we say ha.
Listen.
Not saying, hold on. Hold on.
Ooh.
Not that, you know what I'm saying, he would say something crazy like that. And the same with the man. He shouldn't talk to you and have you do anything other than right if he's a righteous man.
But you see what I'm saying? Like, just what you said, that is attractive for a man to say, I submit to God, and when God says jump, I jump.
Right.
Do you
We
know?
submit.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
The only thing, and but that's the same thing for the woman. But she got to understand that she's submitting to a righteous man. Now, all of us is not righteous. All of us is making the transition, and all of us is not. Even the righteous is making mistakes in their growth. You know what I'm saying? So all that has to be, and like the woman, being she's faster. She can get something quicker. She's to assist him in becoming, who he is. She can do that. Sometimes a woman could just say, baby, don't worry about you. You know what I'm saying? That dude would go and bust through a wall. Just by saying something as small as, baby, you can do it.
Yep.
That dude would run through a goddamn brick wall.
Yep.
Really. But she has to know her power in doing that. And she has to be confirmed and believe that that's really all it takes. You can't really do nothing for him other than share that powerful word of, I got you, baby, I'm with you.
Now, question. A lot of women are sharing that powerful word, and men want to be the ones with the great ideas all the time.
Yeah, you got the macho guys.
Yeah, I'm just like, what the hell does it matter? I just, Mark, for me, for a lot of the women, the black women that I deal with, I teach a lot of black women. And, I have these conversations with them, and when I talk to them, it just floors me how a lot of men won't receive from the woman because he just wants to be the great idea all the time.
Sometimes you gotta let him, gotta let him do it.
So are you supposed to let a man just lead you to the ditch?
No, you ain't to do that. However, you are to, allow him. I remember I think it was a movie or something. God was raising in the sun or something like that. She knew he was gonna do something crazy. She knew he was gonna mess up. But she still allowed him to be the man to go ahead and do it. And he, messed up. You know what I'm saying? But she did it in such a way where he felt so guilty. Like, she ain't fight him or nothing, but his internal spirit, so to say, that his self-accusing spirit spoke to him and said that was not right. And he, did something to correct it. You gotta give him like I said, we in a transition, we in a war. They spend billions of dollars to make us other than ourselves. They spend billions of dollars for you not to accept the thought pattern of the new black man.
What spirit do you think is in a person have you ever, what do you think it is when a person just lies? I feel like if a man or a woman gets into a certain situation, for you to lie and deny, what do you think that says about a person?
Satanic thinking.
What?
I mean, you gotta call a spade a spade.
That's scary.
It is.
I mean, I have sat and watched a person tell a lie to a person that you're supposed to love.
Yeah.
And I mean, you will roll with that lie.
But that's that old thinking. That's the thinking of the man of sin. The righteous man don't do that. He said, oh, damn, baby, I messed up, man.
Thank you. You got some kind of conscience.
Yeah.
Where you like, I shouldn't have did that, and guess what? This is how we're going to go forward.
Right. I'm glad you brought that to my attention, sweetheart. I'm so, damn. My bad.
Yeah,
I won't do it again.
I won't do that again. And
That's
this is how we go forward.
Right.
Yeah, it's interesting. It is very interesting.
But you gotta, but that's what this thought does. It makes the man submit to right, not to a person. He never submits to a person.
It's not made for a man.
Right.
It's not meant for a man.
So
men submit to God.
Right. He submits to right. God being right, you know what I'm saying, as well. But that's what it is. So he can't lie. He can't, that's not a righteous man.
Do you remember that voila moment when you finally started to submit to God? Was it something that happened to you that just made you do that? Or how was that process for you?
I read the book. I used to be a revolutionary. We smoke weed. We be saying, kill the white man. know? And I remember them saying, it's the proletarian, it's the fascists, it's the racists. I used to be like, man, it's all white people, man. But so they'll break it up into these factions and all this. So I read Message to the Black Man, and really the difference is in the ideology. It's in the knowledge of who you are. See, you'll be a revolutionary. You can say, oh, the white man, you hate the white. He did this, he did that. But with this, it changes. It's from, yeah, we know he's a devil. We made him to do that for a reason. However, at this time, it's for us to, not worry about that. God is going to kill them.
So you feel like the white man is the devil?
He is. That's the teaching.
So do you feel like it is any good white man?
Well, I say it like this way. You got snakes, right? You got some of them is poisonous and some of them ain't. They all snakes, by nature. So same with him. A lot of them ain't, out to bite you, out to kill you like that. However, he will side with his brother before he, when it push comes to shove. We went through 400 years of slavery. That's generations of them, all being, some of them wasn't like with it, but, what can they do? They went with the flow, even though they wasn't like one of the, hard, whip cracks. Some of them helped, like try to, but at the end of the day, they still, got the benefits of it.
So when you read this book, what started changing in you? What was the book teaching you?
It taught me that not to look at anybody or fight. It was more like the fight now is to, come up from the ignorance. Be responsible for yourself. Do for yourself. Work to build something. You ain't got to worry about him. You ain't got to go that, it don't have to be done that way. It's another way. The birds don't do that. The bees don't mess with, this due system. And you can do the same thing. You see what I do. I sell water. I sell coffee. I sell food. I make a living. We got homes. I take care of women, babies, and elders. We take care of our elders. They don't go to no senior citizen home. We take care of our children. We take care of our babies by, making products, selling them. It's hundreds of us. We do this. And we take care of, we got some buildings we own, some we rent. We put our elders in homes. They be like 2 or 3 elders in a home. We take care of the rent. We come by. We, take out the garbage.
So
ain't no senior citizen home. Ain't none of that.
So what are the requirements for men to be sent out?
Accepting the new thought. You got to be civilized. We don't take on derelicts. You just can't, I'm not to offend nobody, but it ain't like church where you can just say, oh, I joined this church today. You know what I'm saying? You have to show a willingness to, what's the word we say? You gotta, you gotta show that, you want this. You gotta come to it. Like, how it says, you make 1 step to God, He makes 7 to you. So that's the principle. You have to show a will to be right. And once you do that, you accept it.
Yeah, and I can work with that. But when, it's so, God help us. Do you know how many people it is that just don't even have a desire to get closer to God? They just don't feel like, I think they think that just because they don't feel like it, it's not their responsibility.
And not only that, we got to understand that, we've been taught by our foster parents, dude is the devil. They got us thinking the devil is some old red dude, pitchfork, or whatever. Some old spirit being, and it's this dude right here. He ain't, I don't want to get too deep into that, but that's who the open enemy is to us. And we could bear witness by our history. Malcolm X used to say the best research or the best way to judge something is through, you know, the historical views.
Okay, so I'm glad you brought Malcolm up. Now, I have been doing a lot of research on black leaders, you know, political figures and all. But, you know, I did some research on Malcolm X and his childhood.
Right.
Do you agree that Malcolm X was extremely angry?
Any black man in his right mind will be extremely angry. You know what I'm saying? Extremely. To the conditions and workings of what's going on against us. Hell yeah. If you're not, if you're not angry,
You don't see it.
You're not thinking right. People are killing us or trying to kill us on a daily, hourly basis.
So what are 3 ways that the black man is being killed right now?
You know how they say 100 ways, 1,000,000 ways to die, choose one? Psychologically, religion, health.
So, you know, we always talk about psychology. So with psychologically, how do you think the black man is being killed?
Watching TV.
Oh.
Watching anything that comes through the media circuit. If you ever listen in the news, they always say, the statistics show that the black man is, he's dying, or the black people or the, minorities is, disadvantaged in this. You'll never hear to say, white people is, you know what I'm saying? The you go into a black neighborhood, like I was over in Clinton the other day, they had a big billboard sign. Human trafficking, you see the black girl. You see AIDS, you see the black person. That's psychological warfare to make you feel like you ain't jack bone. Really. And they do that. You don't ever go in a white neighborhood and see AIDS with a white person on it. Human trafficking with a white person. Not saying, I'm just showing you a big picture on what's taking place to psychologically make you feel like you ain't nobody.
Okay, so health-wise.
Worthless.
Health-wise. Lately, I don't know what is going on, but I have been speaking with so many individuals that are saying that they cannot eat certain things anymore. They don't have the desire to eat certain things. I mean, it is so intriguing to me because, I'm around the people.
Right.
And I'm listening. So how do you feel like food is killing the black man? And why do you think he keeps choosing? We keep choosing to eat the stuff.
You got the dirty glass and you got the clean glass. You go in a black neighborhood, it's nothing but McDonald's, Wendy's. The new thing is Chick-fil-A. That's processed food. All the healers will tell you that's like eating poison. You get cancer, you're gonna either get cancer or you're gonna become crazy. It's the only 2 things that gonna happen to you. The food. We've been taught to eat 3 meals a day. All this, breakfast being the most beneficial meal to eat for the day. That's all lies. The messenger taught us to eat 1 meal a day, 1 meal every 2 days. You give the body the time to get rid of all foods are poison. I don't care what it is. Cabbage, the spinach, it's poison. So what you do is you eat 1 meal a day. Let the body get rid of the poison. You know what I'm saying? But, I remember I was on a fast for I think I was on the 4th day. You know what I'm saying?
Make sure you speak.
I was on the 4th day. I used to work for New York City housing. So the girl, that worked with me, we was in the accounting department. So she had breakfast, came in with some pancakes. You know what I'm saying? Lunchtime, she went out and got some oxtails or something. It's 5 o'clock. We about to go home. She said, I'm starving, man. I can't wait to get home. I ain't eaten 4 days. She's saying she's starving after, 5 o'clock. So, we eating too much. That's not how to eat. You know what I'm saying? We have to learn how to eat, what to eat, what time to eat. These are things that has to be, that works with our nature. You know what I'm saying? Some people got to eat pork. For the Caucasian, that stuff is medicine. They prescribe, an ounce or 2 a day to keep them healthy. For you, it's poison. It's strictly poison. It makes you intelligence go low. It makes your beauty go low, or your handsomeness, or however you want to do. It deteriorates you. But we like pork chops. it's not, it's killing us.
Oh my gosh. It is so many things that are going on, and I feel like there is an awakening happening.
It is.
I do feel like right now in our lifetime, it is more knowledge about what to eat, what to read, what to do.
It is.
And I just feel like, what is it going to take? Why isn't everybody running for this? Because I'm to the point now, Mark, where I really can't drink like I used to. And I honestly believe that it's God. I believe that He's taking my appetite away for things that are killing us.
Yeah. I remember before I came in, I used to have a lot of money, millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? I remember, I used to have God took it from. Now I used to loan people 10, 15,000. They wouldn't give it back now. Damn.
You used to be a millionaire?
Yeah. I ain't gonna tell you how, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I ran through millions. You know what I'm saying? And I remember just before coming into this new thought, money I used to loan, 10, 20,000, wasn't coming back. Brand new cars, wrecking them. Bikes, wrecking them. No insurance. Oh, dang. But it took that, if I did have that, that's why it says in the Bible, I guess, for a millionaire to get into the, the kingdom of God, it'd be like a camel going through a needle, because he feels that, he got, what he needs.
Right.
Not understanding that, it's those unseen things that is really the heart of our nature. We didn't build these planets, and, God didn't create the trees and the birds on money. That's a thought pattern, that's an intelligence that has to be gotten back to.
Wow. Because right now, if a man doesn't have any money, he feels like he's nothing.
He's nothing.
When I tell you...
And that is, I used to tell my friend, that is a strategic move for him to make the woman make him ineligible to be with her. He's ineligible, but that's a strategic move for the masses of the people. They always give a few of us a couple of million to keep 40 million in check, make you believe or think that you just got to work hard and you'll get it. But that's a farce. The black man, he is that how they say support black. That's a farce. The black man has to just do right. He's supported by the laws and principles of nature. He's not supported by nobody. He supports everybody. That's why all these businesses, black people didn't buy from them, they'd be gone tomorrow.
They would be gone.
They would be gone. The Jews, those is like, they trying to steal our birthright. They operate like we should be operating. They know. They've been taught. That's how we should be. You know what I'm saying? We only go to our spots. Imagine if we did that. He'll be done.
Wow. Let me give some shout outs because we had so many people on tonight. Shalinda, Pearl, Victor put on here, he said, you ever heard of the book, The Miseducation of the Negro?
Yeah, Carter G. Woodson. That's my man. I love that book.
Vic put that in here. Vic is a strong tower in the community.
Yeah.
He a good guy.
Yeah, that's a great book. That's one of my coming up books.
My cousin Tony, sister Stephanie, Shania, Leah.
Love and peace.
Yep, it is so good to see everybody tonight. If I missed you, I'm so sorry. And you guys, I know we are so deep into this conversation, but if you guys have any questions or anything that you want, I'm taking questions. But Mark, your way of thinking, when you come in, it's something about a man that is, and I have to do it. You can be successful, but if you are not spiritually grounded, I don't think men understand. It's not that people are trying to attack, but it's a requirement for you to be all that you gotta be.
Yeah, like I said, man, the yardstick has to be made longer as far as what success is. Can't be just money, because he has set up a system that's the only way you can get to that, and it takes away It strips you of all those unseen things. It strips you of your morals. You know, people are knocking people over the head for a couple of dollars. Some of it is survival mode too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know,
it's just something about, you know, I still watch like Malcolm X's speeches. I love Martin Luther King. I look at a lot of people's speeches, and I look at what these men exude into the air. You know, it is amazing to me that you can say something and it shifts a room.
right. And that's another thing too. The black man has to become one as a whole, like as a people. That's where the real, you know, that's where it's really going to be seen and felt.
So what do you think about when people are being divided over, okay, I'm Christian, you're Muslim, they're this? Do you feel like that's a reason why they can't come together, or do you feel like the teaching is bigger than that?
Yeah, like I was saying earlier. You know, the definition of who you are. When I asked the question, those avenues don't tell them that. You know, it doesn't. You know, the whole idea of worship, it always takes you out of yourself. It doesn't place no responsibility on you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what God is saying. He's like, yo, you my child. You're responsible for that. I give you a brain to think. You're supposed to show intelligence. You're supposed to show refinement. You know? That's something that you are, you know,
You're responsible for. And I feel like God is calling not some, He's calling every man to do that.
That's right.
Every man is responsible for that.
That's true. And, or should I say, however, you know, there's a teaching. Yeah, we live. Yeah, there you go. You know what I'm saying?
We good.
No doubt.
All right, we should be good. Yeah, we back now. We in there now, guys. Thank y'all so much for staying. And nobody left the show. They are sitting. But you know, guys, what Mark is saying is it's a lot of divination going on, and it's a lot of people being divided over the wrong things.
That's right.
We are the same people. And what we're saying is once you know who you are, you know the root of who you are, you understand that you, without anything attached to you, you are the value.
Right.
You bring the value to the money. You bring the value to the property. You understand? We are the value. And we living in a time where you have to have on certain things. You have to, thank you, Theodore. You have to have on certain things. The man has to have all of this money to be an eligible bachelor. And your mind is on E.
That's right.
And that's cool. That's where they want to keep us.
That's right.
As long as you, right now, the black man, a lot of black men think that just because you are paying the bills, you going to work every day, that is enough. We working for retirement. That's enough. But the mind.
That's right.
The mind is not being fed.
That's right. Your car look better than you. You know what I'm saying? That's how they got it. So, yeah, that's it, bro. The enemy, the Caucasian, has got us where we got, we being taught, to forget and forgive, turn the other cheek, all this old docile type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But that's a strategic thought pattern to keep us from reacting.
Right, and
or establishing or justice.
Right, and from our audience, we have a couple of people. I want to grab some of the comments.
Yes.
Victor is saying we have forgotten the difference between opinion and fact.
That's right.
Truth is under attack.
That's right.
We argue over the dumbest things on social media. And Sheena, thank you for tuning in tonight. I know you're a busy lady. She said the mind nor the soul is being fed.
That's a fact. And that's strategic. That ain't by coincidence. They don't want you to get into this thought pattern of who you are. That's like the sun rising up. Night got to go. You don't even hate it or nothing. It just got to go. When the sun rises, they don't say I hate the night. It just
It just shines.
It just shines, and the darkness got to go. So they gotta literally do A to Z to stop it. There's nothing that is not being done to stop our growth and development on accepting our own.
So for you, the new black man,
yes,
what do you contribute to feeding your mind, your spirit, and your soul? What do you think, if men are looking right now, and they may not say it, but what if men are listening to you right now and they're like, I want that, or women are looking and like, I wish my guy could have this. It's not that I don't love my guy, but I know he would be who I see he could be if he had this kind of food going in himself. What would you recommend that men start doing? What would be the beginning?
All right, well, the beginning is our spiritual mother. This is a divine war. So we have to, accept what our spiritual mother, our first teacher, is given to us. And those are the books by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You have to read those. Those is like crucial. That is the start of the new. That is what gives you the science of how to eat to live. That is to give you the science of who you are. That is to give you the science of who the enemy is. That's another question. It's like, who's the enemy? Or who's the devil? That's a real question. Who's God? That's a real question. Who are you? These three questions is the major questions that can't be answered by 95% of our people. And those are the three questions that is the binding glue that say, that's my brother. I love him, I love her. Because I love myself. Those are the unseen thought patterns that keep us glued to, each other.
And you just said so much, and you know how many days I am just almost in tears. There are so many insecure black men out here.
Yeah.
Because they were, and it's not that I'm trying to attack them. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just being honest about what's being observed.
Yeah.
You know, and when they are in that state of mind, their mind is wrapped up in things that don't matter.
Yes.
They're tangled up into something else trying to meet this standard that doesn't even make any sense.
Right.
They don't have a sense of who they really are. Right. And when they're battling these things on the inside, it manifests itself in other ways.
That's right. That's the war, bro. And the ones that know are responsible for sharing, you know, on whatever level they can. He's gonna make it. It's not gonna be a lot of us, but it's already prophesied that we will win. We will transition. Can't take that away from us.
I know, but you just
want
it.
The losses, you know, like they say in the Bible, the blood is gonna be up to the horse's bridle, meaning that it's gonna be a lot of lives lost in this war. The black man is gonna lose. It's a bunch of.
And it's so sad. But
it don't have to be that way.
It don't. I just don't understand. Why in the heck? Why is it so hard for people? I mean, it just seems to me it's common sense that you need to get right spiritually.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the core. Once that is together,
that's it.
You get sent out.
That's it.
And a lot of people don't understand. Nobody. You ever been in a room and you hear somebody talking and they have no impact?
Yeah.
You ever heard people talking and you can just see from across the room that they're talking about absolutely nothing?
There's nothing on, like, you know, I don't hardly watch any TV. It's like, it upsets me for the buffoonery that you see on it, coming from us. And like I said, that's all strategic.
So, you know, I like specifics. What is one thing you've seen on TV that pissed you off?
Shit. It's damn near everything. Like, something real won't even come through the tube. That's how scientific and this thing is going.
So what do you like to watch?
I mean, you know, I would throw on a movie like, you know, like some days you'd be in the house, you just, you know, you done read out, you said, you know, I might turn on the tube. I think I was watching, you know, I was watching 50 Cent's, you know, series Power and all that, you know, it was good, you know. And like I said, the black man, the vibration, he's gravitating to it. You can see much success starting to come in. It's just not being channeled all the way to his, you know, to the highest point. You know what I'm saying? That's where we come in. Well, that's where the righteous come in to do that. However, the time is up for the black man to just be deaf, dumb, and blind. He's almost don't have a choice.
So what are you doing when you are feeding yourself? Because you can't go and give out anything unless you're feeding yourself.
That's right.
So how do you feed yourself? When do you make time for that?
Well, you know, I'm constantly learning. Like, you know, I've been taught how to think. So just on me looking at, you know, whatever, I can already make a judgment on it. Of am I going to participate or not? Or even if I do, you know, it's not where it's affecting me. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't taken over my thinking where it's going to make me do other than, you know, what I know is right. You know what I'm saying? So I might indulge. You might see me, you know, you might see me at the casino having a drink at the, you know, at the bar or something. You know, not that I'm, you know, in there lushing out or, you know what I'm saying? Or
you having a good time.
Yeah, you know, but you know.
Do you know? I think this is your guy, Theodore Teddy Fields.
Yeah, that's my guy.
I knew it. Thanks for tuning in, Theodore. Welcome. If this your first time on my show.
That's my brother.
But he said on TV he sees bootlicking and buck dancing.
Yeah, that's right.
Followed by spoon clapping.
Spoon clapping, boot licking, buck dancing. Those is like, you know, those is clowns, you know. But, you know, I don't charge the black man for that. He's just, you know,
He don't know.
He don't know.
That's where I'm at with it. And this is, oh Lord.
See, those things are charged to the white man. He taught him to do those types of things. We didn't teach him to do that.
But you know what makes me so sad? When you trying to get the man to come in and know, to get connected, and he just don't want to.
But this is the thing, bro. Those things are not to get you flooded. You gotta understand there's gonna be many casualties. You gotta know that already.
I know, but I'm gonna tell you, it still
Especially
burdens me.
For a woman, that is like, that's like her babies. You know what I'm saying? It's like my babies. You know what I'm saying? So it really,
because
the
thought of it, it's like you didn't have to be lost. And my thing is, I don't want anybody to come past me without me at least trying.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's not. It's deep.
Yeah. But that's why we need more women to accept this. So, cause they, just like the men, he does a lot of things, to get a woman. So if a woman adapts this kind of thinking, she will bring, just on, even if it's the physical, even if it's the physical that he starts to come with, you know what I'm saying? By the end of the day, you can, share with him these thoughts. Him being naturally righteous, he gonna, will accept it. It's in his nature. However, a lot of us, again, the man is doing it on a physical level. It's like almost like heroin. They done took so much of it now. The physical body got it's almost, if they don't get it, the body is reacting on them to an extent where it's physically hurting them.
Okay, so guys, right here we have the water that you all sell. Now, Mark, when I look at this water, how many of you guys know that even the water you buy in the stores now, some of it is worse than what you run out the faucet?
That's right.
I mean, I don't even want to throw anybody off, but I have always liked, it's funny that this says artesian.
Right.
Because what do you think about Fiji?
Well, Fiji's artesian as well.
Right, that's why I said that.
Right.
I've always liked Fiji.
Right.
I can taste a purity in that water.
Right.
So I noticed that this says real artesian.
Right.
So what is different about your water?
Well, it's a true artesian. I mean, artesian is just a fancy word to say it's coming straight from the earth. We went into the earth and welded straight from the earth. So that's the only difference between artesian and the thing they got out right now is pH balance. That pH balance thing. However, that could be some sewer water, and you put a little baking soda in there, and now it's alkaline. But it's still, you know what I'm saying?
No, I get it.
It's the same with so that is kind of a myth too. But when you get artesian, that's saying that the earth has given it to you. Basically without any additives or anything. So
why do you think that Fiji? Well, I know yours is good. How much do you guys sell a bottle of this for?
$1.
Okay, $1. Y'all hear that? Now this is no different or even better than Fiji. Yes. So why do you think that in the stores, Fiji is the most expensive water to the degree that most people can't even afford it?
Yeah,
I have never seen Fiji sold in I lie. I saw Fiji sold in a case one time over at what's the boat? BJ's. Mm-hmm. But it's not often, and it costs so much money. I think that might have been like almost $30.
Well, that's a marketing game. You know what I'm saying? It's a marketing game. So you psychologically make you think that you're buying something very superior.
Yep. And Theodore said that Fiji has been corrupted. He said that Fiji has been stolen, corrupted, and bastardized by the Caucasian and Jewish owners now.
Yeah, he's right. 95% of everything has been bastardized. Like water, we paying for water. That's a devil technique. God didn't make you pay for water. He gave you that for free. They went and taken, now they're going to charge us. That's, those are things that, we got to get rid of.
And I look at so many things, and it just, oh, God, it drives me. Like, okay, this is one scenario. With the thing with the COVID testing, these home kits. Woo! Okay. So with these COVID tests, everybody's so excited because they've decided to mail us 4 for free.
Right.
Okay. We didn't even have them for sale. While we had people that were having to stand in line at clinics everywhere.
Right.
Just to get tested. Okay? They had access to all of these tests. In so many other places, these tests were just freely being given. And it's just like every chance they get, they just gonna make some money.
Well, see, we have to recognize and understand that that's, exactly what's taking place. They're trying to, take as much money as they can from us, fatten their pockets. You know what I'm saying? That's the game. That's the name of the game. So we got to come out of that system, and we only could do it really as a people, for it to really have some effect and show. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you think about growing our food?
Yeah, that's necessary. We got farms. We grow our food. We got, you have to grow your food. You have to make your own clothes. You're gonna have to, you're gonna have to provide everything necessary, which starts off with food, clothing, and shelter. You're gonna have to start doing these things, and we're gonna have to stop looking for Louis Vuitton and all these dudes and be a fashionista to come outside. We're gonna have to be practical, make some clothes and wear. Be like Kim Jong-un and them. One black suit, you good. I mean, really.
Nelson Mandela wore. I remember they said he walked through Johannesburg. I read his book, and he said he wore that same black suit until it fell apart. I mean, I'm serious, y'all. If you guys get a chance, read up on read Nelson Mandela's story. It was very interesting. He had one suit, and I think he had that one suit for 3 years.
Hey, coming up, when this idea was being presented to us, sometimes we had to eat bean soup every day. You know what I'm saying? To get, because you got people coming in, the finances is not there to have steak and eggs and all that kind of jazz. So, but you got to still have a food that is, and God had gave us that food, the bean, because the white man can't tamper with it. He wasn't able to go inside and do anything to it. That was a specific food that was given to us. So for these times when we're making a transition, to have something nutritious but not being able to have it tampered from the Caucasian, so we could put it in our body without any tampering with it, which they're doing with the food today. All this was predicted. If you read How to Eat to Live, about the tofu and the soy. These types of foods are gonna make it taste like chicken and stuff. Bad for you.
And they making people think it's the best. And people tearing it up.
Yeah. And that's another thing that's causing men to be, a little less manly. It's the food. It's causing women to be more masculine.
And the children. Look how quick people are developing.
Yeah. You got 10-year-olds with breasts like this, growing up fast, watching the TVs like they do. There's no monitoring of the children on TV.
Kids are watching whatever.
The mothers is, because of their no father in the house and them having to do so much, they just, I watch them just put the child in front of the TV and,
Yeah, it's just they
go
just
get them
keep
something,
busy.
a lollipop or something just to eat, just throw something in their mouth so they can, be quiet. But, that's coming from, the family being broken down. So,
Yeah, it's not like you blaming it. It's just more or less, it kind of makes me sad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think when we look at it, I guess, oh, man.
Yeah, it's a big problem. This is a problem that only God can solve. This is a problem why God has come to solve this. That's how tremendous it is. It's tremendous. It takes God himself to come. As it's written in scripture. It takes God himself. He has to come. He has to clear this up. He has to clear up the confusion. He has to, tell you what's wrong and right. We like the Bible, like we was raised up, under a foreign people. They taught us to be other than self. They taught us to go against our nature. But that's what they, if they didn't, they'd have been gone.
Oh my gosh. So, we could go on and on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
And guys, thank you. I'm telling you, y'all, this time passes, so fast. We are well over an hour. We are an hour and 15 minutes in.
Wow. It felt 20 minutes.
I told you though, when you talk about things of substance, you know what I'm saying? Like it feeds me just for us to have this kind of conversation.
Yeah. And we gotta have more.
We do. And I'm telling you, they're gonna be asking for you to come back. Because
I hope so.
This has been so good. But Mark, my brother, thank you so much for coming on tonight.
Thank you for inviting me.
Your wisdom is immeasurable.
Oh man, that's a praise be to Allah.
Exactly, and I get it. But you can tell that you're gleaning. You can tell that you're feeding yourself, so that you have things to pour out.
Yeah, well, I'm working on myself too, bro. Like, every tub sits on its own bottom. It's not like, and it's not something that, you just do and, it's done. This is a constant growth. The only thing that's constant is change.
But you know what? It starts with a decision.
That's right.
That's all.
That's right.
It just starts with a yes. I'm trying. God, when I get up, I'm trying to hear from you. I'm talking to you. I'm trying to do better.
But this is the thing too, this is an inside psychological thought. We don't try. You gotta do it. Trying is like,
No, you have to do it.
Yeah, that's it. We gotta do it. Ain't no trying no more. That's a failure word.
Man.
Right.
Now I'm telling you, see what I'm saying? Y'all heard that, ladies? And Mark is single.
That's right.
Mark, he said that when it comes to this spiritual thing, it's not an if anymore.
That's right.
It's you do it.
That's right.
You have to do it. No, we're not perfect. But us growing spiritually is mandatory. That's right. Or you lost. You lost.
That's right.
You lost. You haven't even started. You lost. You going in circles.
The time of belief is over. We in a time of knowing and doing.
Yeah, it's for real. It's for real. Well, Mark, like I said, thank you so much for coming on tonight. And you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And you guys, have a wonderful Valentine's Day night. Yes. And you guys make sure you join me right here next Monday at 7 p.m.
Love and peace.
Ooh, man. That was good. Hold 1 second.